Hey, welcome to Retirement Made Easy. Today I want to talk about the 5 things that you've got to do right now if you want to retire by 60. And the first thing on the list, it is the reason why people push off their retirement until 65 or later. In my opinion, it's the top reason. It's health insurance. What are you going to do for health insurance between 60 and 65 prior to being eligible for Medicare at 65? And if you've looked at the price of health insurance or COBRA, whatever it is, you know how expensive it can be. So I want you to consider, should you be maxing out an HSA, health savings account, between now and then to be able to use that account for medical premiums, medical expenses, prior to turning 65. Look at your different options and start to price those options for health insurance before turning 65. You can see how expensive COBRA is for most people, and also look at all the other options. So that's the first thing, is figure out what your health insurance plan is going to be between 60 and 65. And also you can look ahead and say, okay, once I turn 65, what is Medicare going to cost me? And that'll go into your retirement plan as well. Number 2 is you want to max out. You're on the home stretch here. You want to max out your retirement accounts by all means necessary. So I look at, okay, you're on the home stretch on a 400 meter dash. And so you're coming across, you got 100 meters to go. The race is almost over. You give it everything you got. You're in the retirement red zone, approaching retirement. Save, save, save. So that might be maxing out your employer-sponsored retirement plan, like a 401k. Maybe it's maxing out Roth IRAs. Maybe it's maxing out brokerage accounts. Whatever it is, save, 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 and save as much as you can between now and retirement, and give it everything you got. Because boosting your retirement savings, you believe me, between now and then, you'll never regret it. So that's number 2. Number 3 is come up with a detailed retirement budget. And I like to see people break it up into 4 different categories, the expenses that we have in retirement. Those 4 categories are your everyday essential fixed expenses, like utility bills, insurance, things like that, right? And then number 2 is your healthcare expenses, because those are going to be different in retirement. So breaking out healthcare expenses into a separate category. Number 3, the third category, is travel and leisure activities and discretionary spending. Maybe it's spending on hobbies and things that you enjoy now that every day is a Saturday in retirement. Also keep in mind that you might not have a travel budget for 30 years of retirement. It might only be for the first 10, 15, 20 years, because maybe you don't want to be planning on traveling when you're 85 years old, or at least not as much. And then the last category are those non-reoccurring expenses. That's category number 4 of your expenses. So I want you to think of things that may not be monthly expenses, but they're going to be here and there. That might be vehicle maintenance. It might be purchasing a new vehicle every couple of years. It might be home improvements or remodeling projects, painting the house, new siding, replacing appliances or a water heater, something like that. It could be even replacing an HVAC system. So typically those, home improvements and updates to the house are going to be non-reoccurring. They might be every other year or something like that, but they certainly need to be accounted for as an expense in retirement. So come up with a very, very clear idea of what your retirement spending budget is going to look like. And then the next thing is pay off all debts. So I'm talking about car loans. I'm talking about home equity loans. I'm talking about credit card bills. Maybe it's a boat loan you have. So especially those high interest loans that we have on depreciating assets like vehicles and boats and things like that. Maybe it's an RV loan. Student loans. So getting those loans and that consumer debt knocked out before retirement as you approach 60 is going to put you in much, much better shape, because you won't have those payments to the bank every single month. So you'll be able to live on less money, and your budget will be lower without those debt payments. So get those knocked out. And then the last thing is is to look at your investment portfolio, your retirement savings, instead of as a whole, look at it as different segments. So we like, if you know the Retirement Made Easy podcast, you know we're a big fan of the bucket strategy. So it doesn't look at all your accounts as one, it breaks them up into different buckets or components. And why we do that is, we want to have an emergency fund. We want to have an income bucket that's more focused on dividends and interest and producing income every single month so we can take withdrawals. And then you might have a more aggressive or growth-oriented bucket that might take more risk and come with a higher risk score. And that bucket, you might not plan on touching it for several years into retirement. So the benefit that I really see of doing this and segmenting your money, your retirement savings into different buckets is, if something were to happen, let's say we go into a recession or there's a big market decline, right as you approach retirement at 60, you won't have to delay your retirement because you've got the buckets funded and you're positioning yourself in case something happens, in case that storm is on the horizon. That way you don't have to delay or push off your retirement, that you can retire on time as planned. So I hope you follow these 5 steps that you need to take before you retire at age 60. I'll see you next time for Retirement Made Easy, and remember, always dream big. Hello, I'm Greg Gonzalez, founder of RetireStrong Financial Advisors. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And if you want to learn more about how we help people plan for a successful retirement, visit our website, RetireStrongFA.com.